Okay, guys. Thank you once again, motherfuckers. All right. My name is Joe, and this is the Weekend Windbags podcast. Um, Dan's not here today, so it's just going to be me entertaining you. Before I get started, what I like to do is what I always do the last couple of times I started the show, just thanking everybody for listening. We definitely appreciate it. If you don't follow us on Twitter, go ahead and follow us at Weekend Windbags Podcast. On YouTube, Weekend Windbags, you'll find us up there. If you have YouTube channel, follow us, subscribe, I think is what it's called. And, like, share. Share us with some of your friends and stuff like that. So we would definitely appreciate more listeners. As it stands right now, it seems like we got a few folks that continue to listen week in and week out, and we definitely appreciate that. So thanks again, folks, for listening, and, we hope that you enjoy it. So now that we got the formalities out of the fucking way, let me go ahead and start by sending a shout out to a very good friend of mine. He's going to go by the name of G or G Money. I met him in Atlanta several years ago. Since then, young man has graduated and moved his ass up to Chicago and the Windy City, and he's doing his thing. So him and his main squeeze, if you will, they have just landed their first client. They started a wine distribution business, and a week ago, I believe a week ago today, if I'm correct, they landed their first client. And so I want to say congratulations to them. Good luck to you too, and I hope it works out for you guys. I really do. So anytime there's any opportunities here, just give me a call. Both of you have my number. I'll be more than happy to work with some friends. So, Anika, congrats again, and I wish you both the best. So, moving on. Oh my God. The craziest thing I thought about actually yesterday, and some of the best things that have ever happened to me in my life. What do you guys think? Do you guys ever sit back and ponder, and wonder, what some of the best things are? Like, you go to the movies, and when it's over, you say to yourself, man, that was the best movie I've seen, in a while. Or, you go to the old dirty restaurant, and man, that Mugu Gai Pan, that was the best I've had, best places that you've ever been. Well, I got a new one. I went to the bathroom yesterday. I'm going to make this one really, really nasty. I went to the bathroom yesterday to take a shit. And, when you work in warehouses, you definitely want to take care of yourself. So, you put some soap on some paper towel. You'll get it wet. You basically clean the seat. You throw a couple of rolls of paper, toilet paper on the seat, and you sit down because you want to relax at this point. I took about 4 shits yesterday. At any rate, I sat down after one of them, and I got finished. And I went to go wipe my ass, and I did one swipe. And, turn around, look at the paper, and don't laugh, because everybody fucking does it. Look at the paper, and guess what? The toilet paper is completely free of brown substances. Wow. What does that mean? Well, that means, ladies and gentlemen, that because I'm wearing my white underwear, that I'm not going to get any skid marks. Right? It makes sense, right? A lot of people, they wear darker underwear. Why? So that when they get done taking a shit, they wipe their ass 4 or 5 times, but you never get it all. Never. You just can't get it all. So what happens is you get a little shit stain. And yesterday, holy smokes, that was actually the best shit that I've ever taken, because now I know I have the confidence that I go home, drop trowel, and I know that I'm not going to have any skid marks. So that's a new one. You know what I mean? Think about it. What are some of the best things that you have witnessed, have seen, have eaten, you know what I mean? Places that you've been. And then consider, have you ever taken a shit that you just said to yourself, man, that was the best shit I ever took, Because yesterday I did, and it felt pretty good. I don't like wearing white underwear. I have about 7 pair of drawers, one for every day of the week. And I don't like wearing my whites unless it's on Saturdays and Sundays. This way I take a shit, guess what? I use baby wipes, but I can't take that shit to the warehouse. But that's it. I mean, that was the best dump that I have ever taken. You know what I mean? And simply put, it's because I don't have to worry about my underwear having stains. I mean, I do my own laundry. Don't get me wrong. But there are a lot of guys out there that don't. If you don't do your own laundry, you fucking should do your own laundry, you lazy pricks. Who wants the woman to do their laundry for them? You know what I mean? Pee stains, shit stains. I'd rather be the one looking at my own laundry. Speaking of laundry, a couple of years ago, my mom came to visit. She lives in Italy, and she was bored. So she looked at me one day and she said, I'm 43 years old, by the way. She said to me, I think I was 41 at the time. She says, hey, Joseph, where's your laundry? I said, well, it's right in there, in the little laundry room. She says, okay, what are you going to do? She says, well, I'm going to do your laundry. No, the hell you're not. You haven't done my laundry since I was 12. She laughed. She says, I got nothing to do. I said, Mom, listen, I don't care if you don't have anything to do. You're not going to do my laundry. Here, do your grandson's laundry. You know what I mean? What kind of grown-ass man lets their mom do their laundry still? I mean, I get it. Some moms, they want to feel important. My mom is important enough not to be worried about my skivvies and stuff. So, yeah, I had to shoot her down on that one. I really don't know what the fuck she was thinking. But that's what she thought. So, yeah. So, I play soccer occasionally. Matter of fact, I have a game coming up on Monday, and I watch soccer on the weekends. That's pretty much what I do. I ride my bike, I watch soccer, and maybe I have a couple of drinks and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm engaged in some sort of activity that revolves around soccer. And I was on Twitter the other day, and I saw something that absolutely made me laugh. So for all of you who see soccer, who follow soccer, what happens is when they have their jerseys, their uniforms and stuff like that, there's always a sponsor, whether it be an auto company, an insurance company, a food company, a filming industry, you know what I mean? A tire company. There's always some company logo, and some of these teams have 2 or 3 logos. But I forget the name of this team. At any rate, I think it's an English team, and they have the absolute best logo, and it's smack dab on the front of their jersey. From what I gather, it's the only one. It is the only logo on that jersey. And the logo, boys and girls, is, and I love this, Pornhub. Yep, that's right. The porn site on the internet, Pornhub, is the sponsor. Now, I don't know about you, but I mean, Pornhub. Hey, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I mean that industry is absolutely insane. You know what I mean? Pornhub. Imagine that. Now, the one thing that is different between Europe and here in the States is that they allow gambling on sports. As long as, of course, you're not a player or you don't take a dive, they allow gambling. So a lot of these kits, a lot of these jerseys have gambling websites on them, whether it be BWin or Astabet or something like that. But to have a adult film industry logo, I think is fantastic. You know what I mean? Can you imagine you take your girl to the game? You know, you're sitting there and they come out and they got the Pornhub. She looks at you and she says, "Isn't that the site that you go on all the time?" Why, yes, it is. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? I'm actually paying for that advertisement, that $30 a month that I put into it. Yeah, that money. I'm actually supporting my team. So don't think of it as me throwing money away, baby. I'm supporting my team. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I thought that was pretty funny. But only in Europe do they do shit like that. You know what I mean? And one of these days, I'm actually going to move back, provided that everything here in the States works out the way I hope it does. So Europe is the place. If nobody's ever been to Europe, definitely would recommend it. You know what I mean? So that's that. Oh my God. Oh, what a freaking week. What a week. Couple of two Sundays ago, I was out and I went to Hooters. The Steelers were playing. I'm a huge Steelers fan. They were playing Andrew Luck and the Colts. Blew them the hell out. Fantastic. For a moment there, I thought they were actually gonna let the Colts back in the game. But let me suggest this, okay? There are a lot of one thing that makes this country great, in my opinion, is the fact that the citizens of the United States of America, when time and need, they tend to step up. This nation, not only is it a forgiving nation, but it's also a giving nation. Now, what I mean by that is people will give and donate. They donate blood. They donate money. You know what I mean? And in some cases, they donate sperm. But we've already gone through that. So, this country, when something happens terrible, floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, anything, you name it, there are people in this country that are willing to give and help out their fellow citizens. With that being said, I have a problem with some of this solicitation for donations. Okay, now picture this, right? You go to AutoZone, okay, and they have all these little stickers on the door. All these people donated $1. Okay, you go to Kroger, right? You go to check out, and the gal at the desk, she asks you if you'd like to donate $1 for such and such cause. Okay. You go to a car wash. I mean, it's on television. It's every fucking where. Okay. Now, guess where it's at now? Well, I just said I was at Hooters a couple weekends ago. So I finished my meal. I ate. It was good. I had shit. Anyways, I had a sandwich. So the girl brings me back my bill. I give her the card. She takes it back. She comes back with the 3 pieces of paper, and she asks me, would I like to donate $1 to cancer research? And I looked at her, and I looked at my daughter. What the fuck did she just ask me? Did she just solicit money from me? I'm at Hooters. I'm at a restaurant, a bar. You know what I mean? A place where these girls wear scantily clad outfits, right? And they're soliciting for money. Money. I'm here. I'm spending $40, but you want me to spend more money for what exactly? For what? A worthy cause? I get it. But I'm eating. I'm drinking. I'm enjoying myself here. Okay? This isn't the hospital, right? I mean, really. At Hooters. Hooters. Whoo. Whoo. Woo. And trust me, some of these broads were absolutely ugly. But that's another point. That's a story for another time. So I said no. No, thanks. Actually, I would not. I didn't even say thank you. I just said no. I left out of there, and I was on my way home, and I really couldn't believe, is this the state that we're in at this point? You know what I mean? We've got the Red Cross. We've got the government. We have Live Strong. There are many different organizations that solicit money. Why in the hell am I being solicited at fucking Hooters? I just want to come eat, enjoy myself, watch a little TV, check out some big titties. That's it. That's all. So the question is, what's next? Okay, where does it stop? Where does the soliciting stop? Realistically, there are already people who stand in the middle of the street, okay, with buckets, all right, and bow ties that are soliciting money. I get that. You know what I mean? I get that. Veterans, I get it all. But I don't want to go places and be solicited while I'm sitting here trying to have a good time. So what's next? The fucking movie theater, right? What's next? Walmart does it already. Target probably does it already. What's next? Strip clubs? Car washes? You know what I mean? When you go pay your rent? You know what I mean? I live in an apartment. Am I going to go up there? They're going to ask me for money? You know, at what point does it become, too much? Like, hey, listen, guys. At some point, we have to stop with all this goddamn nonsense. You know what I mean? I don't want to be solicited when I'm out enjoying myself. When I'm out and I'm spending my money, I feel like an athlete. I don't want to be bothered for a fucking autograph. You know what I mean? Leave me alone. I want to eat in peace. You know what I mean? If I want an autograph, come to practice. You know what I mean? Come to my house. Actually, don't come to my house. But seriously, what's next? When does it stop? You know what I mean? Are people going to come knocking at your door, realistically, asking for money? You know what I mean? Unfucking believable. I really can't believe it. You know what I mean? It bothers me. It really does bother me. But what's next? I mean, really, what's next? Jesus Christ. They send you stuff in the mail, for crying out loud. All right, sorry for my rant. Anyways, so here's the news, folks. Here's the news. Women have lost their fucking minds, okay? There's a woman out there who went and walked around Manhattan for 10 grueling hours. Oh my God, I was harassed. I'm wearing these tight-ass pants. And trust me, that girl is fucking big, okay? I'm wearing this tight shirt. Matter of fact, she looked mad as hell. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Women have absolutely lost their fucking minds. There is a former cheerleader who I believe lives in Texas now. And don't get me wrong, I'm the first one to say it. A young man who sees a hot woman, he's going to want to do her. It's that simple. 45-year-old woman, former cheerleader, wealthy, from what I understand, took her son and a couple of her sons out, ended up hooking up with one of her son's friends. Okay? I'm going to tell you my hero of the week when I'm done with this here anecdote. 45-year-old, her son is 12. Okay? She ends up screwing around with her son's friend who is 15. Ladies, gentlemen, please, if I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. Wait until they're legal. I don't give a shit how old you are, but wait until they are legal. And as far as I know, there isn't a single state where 15-year-old is legal. Okay? Legal. So I'm not sure. It's all over the fucking news. 45-year-old, housewife, wealthy, screwing around with a 15-year-old. It's fucking disgusting. Wait until they're legal. But here's my hero of the week. Because I love people who do silly shit. You know what I mean? I'm a silly fucking guy, so I love it. Do you know how this woman ended up screwing around with this 15-year-old friend of her son who was 12? Have any idea? Well, let me lay it out for you. Really simple. Her fucking son told his friend that his mom thought he was cute from his Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Why don't you hook up with my mom? Wow. That is absolutely fantastic. The guy is 12. This kid is 12 years old and he knows his mom's a slut. That is my hero of the fucking week. My mom is a whore. Hey, buddy, listen, she likes your Instagram posts. Why don't you come with us this weekend? Maybe you can, you know what I mean? That's what they do in Europe, right? Her son, her 12-year-old son, hooked his buddy up with his fucking mom. Now, if that's not a hero, I don't know what is. And again, folks, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. Wait until they're legal. But imagine being 12 years old, right? And your mom says, "Hey, Joe, I think this guy is cute." And I go say, "Hey, Larry, man, my mom thinks you're cute. You should send her an IM. Slide into her DMs." Right? Because that's what they do. They slide into their DMs. Okay? Shoot my mom a DM. DM, I just found this out about 2 months ago, means direct message. Slide into my mom's DMs. And he hooked it up. Best wingman ever. I just went over best dumps, best movies, best foods, best girls, best places. Best wingman ever. This 12-year-old fucking tool bag. So now his mom's in trouble, but he must have known that she was a fucking whore. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I implore you, wait until these motherfuckers are of age. For Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. It does, and it doesn't stop there. And it's never going to stop. That's what we call perversion. Okay? You go to jail for that type of shit. You should go to fucking jail for that type of shit. I'd like to say castrate. They can castrate a man. I don't know what they do to women. You know what I mean? I don't know. Cut their fucking clit off. What the fuck do you do to a woman? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Wait till the son of a bitch is old enough. You know what I mean? For Christ's sake. Anyways, I was thinking about movies earlier today. And, I was just wondering, there are movies that come on TV, you know what I mean, that as I flip channels between my games and stuff like that, you have to stop and watch, you know what I mean? I mean, we like certain movies. I mean, we absolutely love certain movies, and when they're on TV, we have to watch it. There are certain movies that I don't watch on TV because they're rated R. And when you watch it on regular television, you miss all the good stuff. But there are several movies that they come on TV, and you just have to watch. Any Clint Eastwood Western. I love his Westerns. I like his other movies too. But his westerns, they're him. He's flying solo. It's just him, the bad guys, and that's it. Rounders, another great movie that I when it's on I have to watch. They skip some stuff, but it's not necessarily a rated R movie. You know what I mean? So you can kind of follow along. Usual Suspects. I mean, wow, who thought that movie was going to do anything? Kevin Spacey, the fucking gimp. You know what I mean? You suck my pucker, I posed 2 hours ago. You get no immunity from me. You know what I mean? Excellent fucking movie. But, what's out there that you guys watch? You know what I mean? I'd love to say, some of my favorite movies, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, Porky's. If you haven't seen Porky's, Jesus, listen, we probably have some young viewers in here. If you haven't seen Porky's, you have to see Porky's. American Pie has nothing on Porky's. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, another fucking favorite of mine. I absolutely love that movie. Superfly, all right? He's a pimp. No, he's not a pimp. He's a dope dealer. The Mac, he's a pimp. So some just great movies. There was one with De Niro called The Score. Him and Edward Norton. Excellent movie. That's another one that I would actually watch if it came on TV at any given time. If I had absolutely nothing else to watch and stuff. So, but those are just a couple of things that I enjoy watching. I mean, most of what I watch are rated R. I'm an ass and titties kind of guy. I want to hear profanity. I want to see some nudity. You know what I mean? Anything less, unless it has an absolute stellar plot. I don't care about graphics. I don't care about actors and actresses. I want a good story. I want a good story. Speaking of good stories, I was at work and I saw something this morning. Down here in Atlanta, if anybody's from here, they'll know what I'm talking about. But anyways, just kind of Google it if you want to as well. There was a woman who at night, at some point, I think it was last night, was kidnapped. Or there was an attempted kidnapping. Okay? Man, they got video of this guy. He grabs this woman, takes her into the car. And what happens next? You'll never fucking believe. She fucking finds a hammer, busts out the windows, and starts nailing this dickhead with it. That is fucking awesome, right? Oh, I'm going to grab this bitch. I don't know what his intentions are. Let's just assume we know what his intentions are. Grabs her, throws her into the wheels, puts the fucking car in drive, smashes the gas, and is thinking to himself, shit, I'm out with this bitch, right? I'm going to do whatever the fuck I'm going to. Boom! What the fuck was that? That's my back windows. Boom! What was that? That's a hammer to my fucking melon. This woman, fortunately, got away. Quick fucking thinking. I mean, you're a crook. I understand why you have a hammer in your car, but put the hammer in the fucking trunk if you're going to put your kidnappee into the cab of your car. If you're going to put the kidnappee in your trunk, take all the tools out of the trunk. Come on, guys. It's not rocket science. You know what I mean? It's criminal fucking behavior. And apparently some guys are that fucking stupid. She busts out his windows, hits him in the head with the hammer, and gets the fuck out of Dodge. They found this guy. I don't know where the fuck they found him, but I'm glad they fucking found him. Imagine that, right? Memo to the kidnappers, to the kidnappers. Drug these motherfuckers first. Slip them a Mickey. What do they call that stuff that they put over their mouths? Chloroform? Come on, guys. Be smarter than that. You have to knock them out. This way they're incapacitated. They can't hit you with hammers. They can't yell. They can't make any fucking noises. They can't scratch you, right? And get DNA under their fingerprints. For Christ's fucking sake. Drug them. Knock them out. You know what I mean? And then do whatever the fuck you want to do with them. Seriously, guys. Oh man, I work in a warehouse, and the warehouse is actually probably one of the cleanest places that I've been. It's actually air conditioned as well, and most warehouses aren't air conditioned. A lot of them are clean, but what I like to do is I'd like to take 2.5 minutes to talk about a place that I worked at up in Michigan. And while I'm doing that, let me shed a shout out to two dudes who actually listen to the podcast, Bob and Ant-Man. Now, Ant-Man, he's when I first started there, he gave me a couple of days before he started fucking with me. He is the consummate prankster. All right, if it needs to be done, he's gonna do it. And it ranges. I mean, he'll talk bad about you, and he doesn't really give a shit. Bob just kind of plays the background. Him and his fucking Jordans, fucking tool bag. Got his ring. He has a ring on his index finger. Who the fuck wears rings on their index finger? Rock stars do, but they have other rings. You know what I mean? This guy, one fucking ring. For Christ's sake, my man, take the fucking ring off. Anyways, the warehouse conditions are absolutely atrocious. You know what I mean? Just absolutely bad. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how nasty motherfuckers are in this warehouse. Okay, they have it's owned by a Jewish guy. Cheap fucking prick. Listen, I'm not of the mindset that all Jewish people are fucking cheap. But this cocksucker, super fucking cheap. The whole warehouse is run down. I mean, it's absolutely run down. But enough about that. Let's talk about Ant-Man and his pranks. So at some point, he decides to start doing pranks. So you go to the bathroom, okay? You're not supposed to have your phone on you. You're lucky if you do. But you go to the bathroom, this dickhead will come in while you're taking a shit or a piss and turn the lights out. Now, the bathroom is big, so you got to find your way out and got to find your way to the front fucking door if you don't have a light on you. How fucking funny is that? I'm sitting there one time, I'm taking a shit. I'm actually on my phone, so I'm okay. Next thing you know, the lights go out, right? What if you don't have any light? You're pretty much screwed. You know what I mean? So what happens one time is they decide to do it in the bathroom where the people in the office work. So this dickhead goes up. He sees somebody sitting on a toilet. He knows somebody's in there. So this motherfucker turns the lights off. Lo and behold, it's not one of the fucking warehouse workers. It's somebody that works in the fucking office. Imagine if it was the owner, you know what I mean, with his fat ass sitting on a toilet. He probably would come back and fired everybody. So we know who did it because the person who was sitting down saw the guy's shoes. Black Air Force Ones. There's only one guy that wears black Air Force Ones. Luckily for him, he didn't get fucking fired. And but working at this place was a riot every single fucking day. I mean, you'd get talked about. Ant would put stickers on your back, like in the wintertime. It's cold as shit, right? So you could actually attach a sticker on someone because they're wearing a coat, and you'd never know it. Funniest thing happened to me one time, and that was. I'm chilling. I have a sweatshirt on. Okay. I'm doing my job. I run around a warehouse. I come up with all the guys and Ant looks at me and he says to me, "Joke's on you." And I kind of laughed. I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about. So finish off the day, maybe an hour left in the day. I put my coat on and I go home. I get home, my woman's sitting on the couch. I take my coat off. And she looks at me, she says, "Joe, what's that on your back?" And I said, "I have no fucking idea." This motherfucker put a sticker on my back that said, Slavo loves Joe. Now, Slavo's another guy that works there. But I sat, I laughed. I mean, it was absolutely hilarious because as I walked through the warehouse, I have absolutely no idea how long I had that sticker on my back. I was in and out of the offices all day. I have no idea how many people actually saw that sticker on my back. And guess what? Nobody fucking says anything. Nobody wants to say, hey, Joe, man, listen, you got something on your back. You might want to take it off. Why? Everybody wants to have a fucking laugh. And right when she said that, and I took my shirt off and I saw the sticker, boom, it hit me. This motherfucker, right? He looked right at me. He looked right at me and said, joke's on you. And I laughed because I'm a dumbass. I'm an absolute fucking dumbass. So, Ant-Man, you're definitely the best. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close it up, folks. Once again, for Dan, who couldn't make it for some previous engagements, I'm Joe. We are the Weekend Windbags podcast. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Check us out. Follow us, subscribe, like, retweet. It doesn't matter. Just keep on listening. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys soon.